I wouldn't know anyone who does that. Okay, I have a major problem with picking scabs, but basically what happens with picking a scab in the physical body is that your body is naturally healing itself when it makes a scab, right? Assuming you've treated it and it's not infected, now it's scabs over. But what happens if you keep picking it? What happens to the healing process? What have you done? You keep stopping the healing process. You're actually slowing down the healing. You're pausing the healing every time you pick a scab. And sometimes we do this psychologically. We do this emotionally. And there's various ways that we do this. But one of the ways is that we get stuck in the past. We get stuck in the past. What does that mean? The past, there's this quote, and that I read once. It says, "The past is a place of reference, not a place of residence." Yeah? The past is a place of reference, not a place of residence. If you make your past a place of residence, that's picking the scab. You're not allowing that natural process of moving forward and healing because you keep picking at it. It's like a person who's driving. You know when you're driving and you have to look forward, right? Not sure? Look forward, right? You probably don't drive a lot around here, right? Because you'll walk everywhere. But when you drive, you gotta look forward. But there's also this thing called a rear view mirror, right? What's the purpose of a rear view mirror? To give you an idea of what's behind you, right? But what would happen if someone stopped looking forward and just fixated on the rear view? You would crash. Man, you guys are amazing. So, this is the problem. In life, you're moving forward. So you need to look forward. Yes, you reference the rear view, but if you stay fixated on the past, you will crash. And that's one of the other mistakes that we make. We have to have that middle ground. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم إنه غفور رحيم سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. I want to pause there and open it up for questions or reflections or whatever you want to say or ask. Don't all speak at once. Yes.
In the beginning you said we all had an ilah.
Yes.
And that we're so subject to this materialistic world and following our desires. So doesn't that technically mean we're committing shirk?
Okay, so her question is, when I said that we all have an ilah and we sometimes get sucked into these materialistic desires, doesn't that mean we're committing shirk? It's a form of shirk. Okay, so technically, there's shirk al-akbar and shirk al-asghar, right? There's major shirk. Well, by the way, let me define shirk. Shirk is associating a partner with God, right? Yes, there's major shirk, which is to pray to other than God, to say God has a partner, a son, a father. But then there's also minor shirk. Yes, one way that we commit minor shirk is, for example, riyah, like showing off, praying not for God, but so people will look at us and say, wow, that person's so holy. So that's a type of minor shirk. Now, in terms of taking another ilah, it's like within the heart, there's like a core part of the heart. And this is something I talk about in both of my books, because it's an essential part of understanding why we do what we do and why we actually experience pain. This is another thing. In talking about pain, like pain is a part of life, right? But there is like a really, really deep type of pain, both emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually, that comes out of putting something other than God at the core of our hearts.